I'm just checking out the word property and stuff. Okay. Ahead. Alberta. Okay. Well, a lot of research to be done. It's going to be great. Amazement. Okay. So there's a, there's a ton of words, obviously, that we can go through here. Some obviously mean more to people than others, and that's why I'm just giving this a pass through, first of all. Okay. Cool. Much to be studied, much to be thought on. Oh, okay. I love the short words. You know what? I might actually organize this list by number, and then we'll preach on that a bit. Because bed, joy in a bed. Oh yeah, like every child, every person wants a bed to sleep on at night. So the word bed and the word sleep both have E's at the dead center. Joy. And then of course couples have sex in bed, and that puts the E at the dead center. Pretty obvious, okay? So bed is one of the lowest packages that has an E at the dead center. A bee, a bumblebee, it's easy to see the joy of the bees, and obviously they produce honey, which is a total joy to man. Beg. Even beg, okay? You are absolutely allowed to beg God for anything. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sort this list by number value, as we should, because numbers are king. Aha, there it is. So this is a massive tear-jerking revelation. So of all the English words that exist that have an E at the dead center, which is the 5, the number of joy, what is the first one? What is the lowest value one on the list? It is the word bed. Can you find joy in bed? Yes. Practically every tired person from the dawn of time has always found joy in bed. Try taking your bed away from you and we'll see how happy you feel. I mean, folks, we still have homeless people. This is an indictment. Like, people, get saved. Let's start teaching our children the truth in schools, and let's, get people blessed and off the streets. Okay, so bed is a joy. That is the first English word with the lowest value that has a 5 at the dead center. There's a bed right behind me. God has blessed me with. We the other day we looked at the word mattress. Yeah, and mattress divides by 5, and there's lots of 5's in there. Ooh, fathers, center, near the center there. And okay, so a little, anyways, but bed, okay. Lay down your head, and then you can just say, oh, lay your bod on the bed. Bod, okay, has 5's at the center. That's really fun. You have to pay attention to the lips of men. So, lay your bod on the bed. Perfect. BD, bod has the O at the center, 555, bed. What is a bed made for? Well, a human body, or more. Bodies. So put your bod on the bed. 5's at the dead center. Joy, joy, joy. So, tear-jerking. This is the mind of God, okay, for man's appreciation, instruction. The lowest value word, now, in terms of low value words that divide by 5, the lowest of all is baby. B-A-B equals 5. Okay, B-A-B, a baby. Put the baby in the bed, 5's, 5's, 5's. There's also the word bag comes to mind, is 10, double 5, 1 5 for each hand. A bag from the store, a bag of groceries. 2 handles for your 2 5's, bag equals 10, okay? This is smoking hot. This all needs to get taught to every human worldwide. What happens when the entire human race appreciates everything like never before? And thanks God for everything and thinks about God like never before? supernatural blessing flows from God to us, through us, like never before. And you literally receive blessing and happiness and joy from God like you couldn't dream. And that all the humans in the world, in the history of the world, couldn't compete with. Except for Jesus Christ alone, of course, who was God and is God. But it's just, yeah, how high do you want to go? God will take you there. He will, okay? But, words I had from the Lord the other day that divide by 5. Attitude and gratitude. An attitude of gratitude, okay, is critical for pleasing the Lord. Attitude is embarrassing 5's. Do the letters for homework. You'll be shocked. Same thing with gratitude. It starts with the famous GR, 5 times 5. It takes it 5 points higher than attitude. An attitude of gratitude, joy, joy, joy. Okay? You have to understand how much God loves respect and appreciation and thanksgiving and worship. You have got to understand how much power God has to give you anything and everything. You have got to understand how much God likes appreciation and gratitude, and we have all got to go there so that God is maximally happy, and then we get maximally happy, and thereby the purpose of us is achieved. Maximum pleasure for God, and He gives maximum pleasure to us. Done. Meaning of life revealed. The reason you exist is for God's pleasure. Amazingly, okay, yeah, your pleasure, God's pleasure are intimately related. Okay, so back to our word list. Bed. Bed. Now I'm excited about my bed. Now there's a word staring me in the face that says Deb. Well, well, well. The ladies will love this one. Deb is short for débutante.
Débutante.
Débutante. I need to plug in this video camera. Okay, because it's telling me the battery needs a little love, so I'm going to do that. And then we can go forever, as long as the electric grid stays alive. Deb is short for débutante, which is an upper-class young woman making her first appearance in fashionable society. There's also many girl names that begin with Deb. Well, not many. I think of Deborah and Debbie. All that to say, okay, these letters Deb equal bed, and the message is joy. Go to the center of a word. Go to the center of the word God and Jehovah. You have the 5's, okay? Joy. Go to the center of Jesus. You have the ESU, which is 5 followed by 8 5's, 45. Okay, so bed, Deb. Bed, Deb. Bed, Deb. Deb for débutante. Sounds like a pretty woman walking down the street to me. That's what a débutante is telling me. A well-dressed woman walking down the street. Is that a joy to the human race? Yes. Is it a joy to her? Yes. Is it a joy to God? Yes. So Deb is in the house for joy. We got your bed for joy. We got Deb for joy. Next up is a bee. A bumble bee that makes you the honey. Bees are some of the happiest people on earth. And we know that because we just know that. And I don't need to say anything more. A bee is a happy guy. Bee, people have made puns on this stuff. Be happy. Like the bees. It's just, pay attention to things that have multiple E's because they're like extra happy. Okay. So we even say the bee's knees when something is like ultra cool. We're like, that is the bee's knees because we just know it's a joy. Okay. God is sovereign over fun statements like that have prospered and people know what they mean. They're like, yeah, the bee's knees. That means something that's like ultra cool. So it's the E, 5 for joy. Okay. Now, oh my gosh, this is tear jerking. The next word on the list is Dec, as in December. And December adds to 55, and we talk about the joy of Christmas. This word came to me while in the massage chair, the Fit for Less massage chair number 2, which parallels joy. Okay, so DEC for December. Okay, 5 at the center. December is pure ease. December equals 55. Christmas divides by 5. Day divides by 5. Eggnog divides by 5. Gingerbread divides by 5. We were getting tons of words from the Lord that divide by 5. Christmas Day is the 25th day in the sovereignty of God. December equals 55. The joy is just massive. And by the way, September, October, November, December all end in burr, which equals 25, 25, 25 with the E at the dead center of that syllable. It's all this lead up to the great December 25, which is like the most joyful day on earth for most kids of all ages worldwide. I've said it before, I can say it again. If you were to put all the joy felt by all humans worldwide on December 25th, Christmas Day. By the way, morning divides by 5, just like day. So you have Christmas Day is 5's, Christmas morning is 5's. If you were to feel all the joy experienced by all humans in all Christmas days worldwide inside of your body at one moment, you would probably feel close to like God himself. Perpetual ecstasy, total joy. You'd be screaming your head off. Actually, you'd be so numb. The word numb equals joy. Or numb is, yeah, numb equals joy. You'd be so blissed out in absolute paradise, you'd be just gone. You'd be like this disintegrated spirit of pure ecstasy. Basically what we'll feel in heaven day and night. Heaven equals 55. So, rejoice, Christmas, joy. That was a fun one. Very important one. Very tear-jerking. And we solved a lot of items that get used to deliver gifts at Christmas and found the 5's in all of them. These are words from the Lord, like the word box has 15 at the center, just like the word gift. And then I was doing other synonyms in my mind and noticing the 5's at the center of them, like container, enclosure, cylinder is pure 5. And then remember, the lid is 5 times 5. Take off, open the lid. Open equals joy. Lid equals half a joy. And surprise divides by 5. Surprise is embarrassing 5's. And the joy just keeps flowing. And, you give the gift to someone. Every letter in 2 divides by 5. And they sing their hands off. And it's all happy, happy, joy, joy. Done. I'm here to invite the human race into the highest level of joy and happiness and ecstasy that we've ever been at. Done. I'm not here for anything less. I'm not here for anything less than maximum joy for God and man in my lifetime. Done. So, December is in the house, and it's not leaving, okay? And the abbreviation on calendars and agendas and little work pads everywhere is DEC, with E at the center, and E is the highest value. In fact, DEC is 3, 4, 5. You know how there's a podium at the Olympics where you have 3, you have 4, and then you have 5, gets the gold medal? Well, that's what December is looking like. DEC is bronze, silver, gold. 3, 4, 5. 5 is in the center, 5 is the number of joy. Is December a joy? Oh yeah, that felt good to get out. Okay, so we went through bed, deb, be, deck, now the word beg, okay? How do you see joy in beg, okay? Well, God commands you to ask him for things. Ask God for joy. Beg God for joy. There is joy in giving. The joy of giving is number one, okay? We went deep in this. So, Jesus told us what to do for our own happiness. So, if there is a beggar on the street, if there is someone begging you for money, and you give them, or begging you for something, and you give them by the power of the Holy Spirit, you have the wisdom, the discernment to give them the very best thing that you can give them by the power of God, that's joy, okay? That's desire met. Okay, let's keep going. After you are fed, my goodness, fed is the only word. This is tear-jerking verbiage, and I'm proud to speak it for the first time on the lips of men. F-E-D is the first English word and the only English word, okay, that has an E at the dead center and the whole grand total divides by 5. So this is what I'm looking at here. This is what I'm officially looking at. I am looking at, okay, a list of all English words that have an E at the dead center. Okay, because E is 5, the number of joy. And they are sorted, the list is sorted by overall total that the word adds to. So 11 is bed. And so you can see it's going up in total in this column here. Okay? This column shows you the difference between the number 50, which is joy. We don't care about that as much right now. But I'm here to say and preach the glory of God. So fed. By every single cell in my body. If you want to make Derek happy, I need to feel well fed. When I am fed, I feel joyful and well fed. And that goes with everyone worldwide. F-E-D. Now this is amazing. This is tear-jerking verbiage. The word feeder, as in the one who feeds others. Feeder equals joy with 3 E's. 3 E's, feeder equals 50 equals joy, okay? And then feed, of course, takes it 5 points higher. Food is pure 5's. But the lowest package of all is fed. Oh, I've been fed, just like a baby. When the baby is crying, it's probably not nourished. The reason the baby is crying is because it's craving nourishment. When the baby is well fed, it sleeps. Fed, 5. Sleep, 5. Baby, 525. baby, make sure the baby is fed, then put it to bed. Tidy verbiage. Glory to God. Okay. Tidy equals father. 2929, just like the word exit on top everywhere because father's on top. Exit signs all over the center of buildings because father's on top. Exit, exit, exit. Everywhere you go, father's on top. Okay. The baby gets fed, put it to bed. So fed, this is another, so fed goes 654 or 456 with the 5 at the dead center. Okay, so it adds to 15,555 for the Trinity. I'm feeling fed, therefore I'm feeling joy. You can take this one all the way to my inner being. When Derek is well fed, I feel happy. And I think every single human being on planet Earth would say the same thing. There's a new term out there now called hangry, you know? And I'm like, yeah, it's actually kind of true. When you're hungry, when you haven't been nourished properly, you feel angry. So fed is screaming out joy. I'm so happy about this. This is getting a very high ranking. Now, I've been eating at the buffet. You know, God has been leading me to eat at the buffet many days, and buffet is pure 5s, and fork equals 50. And I knew, and we've been solving, and the other day was eggs Benedict equals 100, hollandaise equals 100. I was solving every food under the sun with these 5s. Fondue was 5s, and it was in a 5-tier chocolate fountain, so fondue fountain divides by 5. If you had cheese fondue, that would divide by 5. I was solving words. I got like 10 cards of notes that I was writing stuff on at the buffet. Melts divides by, think about words when you think about fondue. Melt was pure 5s, and just boom, melt equals joy. Okay, soft 5s. All right. Okay, there you go. So eggs Benedict. So eggs Benedict divides by 5. It equals 100. It equals hollandaise, which is what goes on top. Eggs plus ham divides by 5. The main ingredients in eggs Benedict. Soft boiled eggs came to me yesterday. Boiled eggs divides by 5, just like soft boiled eggs. Hard boiled eggs does not. You want soft boiled. They're more delicious and nutritious. Scrambled eggs divides by 5. Cake, pie. We were solving every food known to man that was in front of us practically. Well, whatever. I felt like solving in the the Lord, and just yeah. Okay, so back to our list here. Fed. Next on the list is the word fee. Okay, how is there joy in a fee? Again, it's all about giving. It's all about giving. It's all about giving. Okay? Rejoice. If a fee is asked of you, give. It's an opportunity to give. You have to change your way of thinking. Jesus said it is more blessed to give than to receive. So when someone asks you for money, you're actually, in the Spirit of God, you're supposed to rejoice and say, here's an opportunity for me to obey God, be blessed, and literally the supernatural power of God will come upon my life and I'll go higher. The word bless also has an E at the dead center. Okay? So, okay, a fee, okay. G, okay. It's kind of like glee. Ooh, the next word is die, like the front of the word deity. Wow, that's huge. So, deity comes to mind. That's huge. Joy. He. Wow. So, he is the tightest word for laughter. He. Now I need a new memory chip, I'm being told, so don't go away. This is epic verbiage. Verbiage divides by 5. Great word, pure joy. Oh yeah, it was... Well, we'll have to offload memory chip and... okay, so I can do that, and then we can keep going again. So don't go away.